Alright guys, so this is another fanfiction idea, and I thought this would be a little fun, this would be pretty fun to do, and that is a Star Trek She-Ra crossover. Yeah, two things you didn't expect, but I think it can make it work. Like, this kind of idea just kind of sprang on me, literally like 10 minutes ago, as of this recording. So, I thought it would be a little fun, I thought it would be pretty fun to do, and this is Star Trek TOS. This is kind of in the vein of the just utter ridiculousness as the Star Trek X-Men crossovers. I say crossovers plural because there was like 4 of them. No, there's 3. Because there was the Next Generation, and there was the classic series, that was the first one, and then there was there was a Star Trek X-Men novel. I'm not joking. And I think there was a 4th one. Anyway, but a point is they're like ridiculous, so that's kind of this is what it's in the vein of. So let's get started with this crossover. So Star Trek X-Men, I mean not Star Trek, Star Trek She-Ra begins the end of the She-Ra series. And if you're wondering what Star Trek this is TOS. This is the original series. We're talking Kirk era of Star Trek. So essentially, what's going on is that after She-Ra unleashed all the magic back into the universe, it unleashed a massive amount of energy. That energy was detected by the Enterprise, who was flying kind of really close to where they were, like where the magic was unleashed. It was a massive energy spike and they don't realize, they can't quantify magic, so it's just so Spock just says, "Energy signal unknown, Captain." So Kirk, being the ever-inquisitive space cowboy that he is, decides, no time like the present to find out what's going on. So, what happens is that the crew of the Enterprise flies in, goes in, and finds their way to Etheria. Now, obviously, a giant ship that is hovering over space is going to cause a lot of problems. Because they're still like rebuilding after the events of the Horde Prime invasion. So to see another giant warship, a giant ship over their skies is a little terrifying. The other thing is that when Kirk and the others, discover Etheria, they're like, this is the source of the energy, but it looks like they're still like they haven't mastered space travel yet. So Prime Directive plays in order. And he's like, well, we'll have to go down there and pretend to be travelers. Unfortunately, Entrapta's already got them in her sights, and she's like, unknown, like those are unknown people up there, and yeah, I don't trust it. She's like, their ship looks way more advanced than Horde Prime ship, but I don't know if they're good or bad or not, so we should be cautious. Not me though. I'm gonna go check out some science. Yeah, that's because we all know Entrapta would be like, fucking science! And of course, they don't know what it is, but she wants to go up there and see what it is, because it's, new ship, new technology. It's not, she even says, like, this isn't First One's tech, this isn't Horde, we don't know what it is. So Adora is like, well, we just got over an invasion of one thing, we don't need the invasion of another. So let's take the spaceship and go up there and see what's going on. So what happens is they take the ship, go up there, and of course they've already they've already caught the attention of the Enterprise when they're it's like there's an unknown ship approaching us, and we have a problem. So what do we do, Jim? So Jim sends a hailing frequency to them and says, like, this is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. We mean you no harm. We come in peace. I can't do a William Shatner impression, as you can obviously tell. So, Adora's like, oh, I wasn't okay, they're saying they come in peace, but I don't fully trust them. I'll just tell them who I am, I guess. And Catra's just like, don't do that, you idiot, we don't know them. And she's like, well, if they say they come in peace, maybe we can just talk to them. Wouldn't hurt. And it's like, besides, our ship's way better. And Entrapta goes, oh no, I scanned their ship. They would literally kill us in 5 seconds. Their ship would literally blow ours to bits in 5 seconds. And to which Catra's like, you see, our ship is weak against theirs. Their ship beats our ship. Why do we want to talk to them? And that's when Adora points out, if their ship really is that powerful, and they're not exercising that kind of level of power over us, so maybe we can give them a shot to talk to us. So Adora introduces herself as She-Ra, and is like, we come in peace too? Hi, I guess? So they introduce themselves, and they're like, we'll be happy to beam you aboard, so we can aboard the Enterprise to speak with us. And Captain Spock goes, sir, the prime directive, and Kirk goes, I think we're well past that, Spock. So yeah, everyone gets beamed aboard, and I'm talking like it's the main cast. It's the main cast gets beamed aboard the Enterprise. Kirk is, introduced himself, and he's like, I was not expecting a woman of such stature. And Catra immediately goes, back off, horn dog, she's mine. And he's like, fair enough. So you have all the characters interacting with each other. You have like Spock, who is, Spock and Entrapta hangs out with Spock. And Spock is already taken aback by the amount of questions that Entrapta has. And she's like giving him all these questions and all of that. And Spock is like, I've never been annoyed before, Captain, but it's a human emotion I'm suddenly feeling. Then you have Glimmer, who hangs out with Uhura, and they talk. You have Bo, who hangs out with Scotty. Actually, no, I think I would put Bo with Bones, just because they're the two people who are just done with everything, either him or Hordak. But anyway, so everyone is just kind of hanging out and just kind of talking and talking about everything, even though Adora's explaining magic and all of that, and Spock is like, magic is a unquantifiable energy of science. I'm afraid this is preposterous, to say the least. And to which Bones is like, oh, be open-minded more, you green-blooded hobgoblin. It wouldn't kill you to be a little more open-minded. Now, as everyone's talking and having fun, obviously that explosion of energy did not go unnoticed. Yeah, in fact, it didn't go unnoticed at all. In fact, there was another thing that there was another ship that caught on to it, and that is and that, dear viewers, were Klingon ships. In fact, a Klingon ship led by Kang. Not that Kang, not Marvel's Kang. I'm talking classic Kang from the TOS series. Kang, who has battled Kirk, and his ship has caught wind of the energy signature too of magic, and he believes that this is a new power source that can assist the Klingon Empire. This could be a new form of energy, a new form of energy to harness for the Empire. So the Klingons, so he calls his fleet, because he's going there, his ship's going there, and then they immediately are, stop, that's the Enterprise. That complicates things. So what happens is Kang calls some nearby ships, another pair of birds of prey, excuse me, and now there's 3 ships, and Kang is like, what can 3 ships do against the Enterprise? And Kang is like, it's more than they have. And Kang's just like, it will be a glorious day in the Empire, for we shall destroy the Enterprise and bring a new planet under the boot of the Klingon Empire. And that's just Kang just having, a ball with all of this. He is just he's got illusions of grandeur. He can finally take out his greatest foe. He can, do all of this. He can finally be rid of Kirk. The Klingon Empire will expand and will have new energy to harness. He's just got delusions of grandeur. However, there is something he didn't expect to happen. That thing is that turns out that Horde Prime wasn't all dead. Horde Prime managed to save a backup of himself and left it floating in space, among the wreckage of his ship. And it's been floating around and has now attached itself to the main ship and is now a part of the Klingon Warbird. And Horde Prime introduces himself once he takes over the ship, and he explains that you don't know what's down there. You've never encountered She-Ra. She'll defeat you all, and I suspect with this new Enterprise ship, they will be more than a match for you. And Kang is like, all right, what do you suggest? Kang, Horde Prime goes, first you gotta build me a body. And they build him like a machine body out of parts they've had. He takes it over and is like, finally. So, Horde Prime is back in a new shambled robot body. He's like, it'll do until I can get back down there and take over Hordak again. So the two of them form a plan to, the pair form a plan to attack Etheria. Now, while this is going on, Kirk is kind of throwing out the idea to Adora that, hey, he's talking to Glimmer too. Like, he's talking to Glimmer and Adora, and he tells them, your planet, when you unleashed all that magic, it sent a wave of energy out into the universe. That's how we found you, and no doubt other worlds that the Federation is at war with will come. The Romulans, the Klingons, and who knows who else. There's a chance that you could fall under attack, and maybe perhaps Etheria can join the Federation. And to which Glimmer is like, join a Federation? And he's like, you'll be totally controlled by your own rules. You will just have the protection of Starfleet at your command. And she's like, I don't know. I'm still learning to be queen. We just got over a massive war, and now you want us to join into fighting other wars. I don't know how to I've been queen during wars. I haven't been a queen during peacetime. So Glimmer's like, it's an offer I like, but I can't endorse at the moment. While it is a fascinating idea, and Trapped is like, come on, just say yes. I want to see the galaxy. I want to see the universe. So Glimmer's just like, I don't know right now. I don't want to be put in. I haven't been a queen during peace. I've only known combat, and also, do we really want to join an alliance with people we don't know and help them fight wars? And also, that would mean we have to share our magic with them. Do we really trust Can we really trust the Federation? This Federation, I mean, Kirk seems like a cool guy. Kirk and his crew seem like really cool guys, but can we really trust the Federation to help us? Can we trust the Federation with this magic? With our magic? And it's a kind of a conversation everyone's having, and that all of a sudden is when the ship is rocked by a torpedo blast. And Kirk is like, oh shit. So everyone runs onto the bridge and sees that, there's three Klingon ships now encircling them, and they're being hailed, and he's like, Kang, it is good to see your face again. You are aware that there is a ceasefire among the Klingons and the Federation, right? This is what you're doing is an act of war. And he's like, yeah. And Kang's like, this planet isn't really a Federation planet, so fair game. Also, who's gonna stop me? And that's when Adora's like, She-Ra's gonna stop you. And he's like, so you're She-Ra. My friend has told me a lot about you. And they're like, friend? And that's when Horde Prime comes shambling out, and he's like, She-Ra. I was hoping to get one more chance to kill you, and now I do. I get to kill you, and, or you can just hand over Hordak. I can take his body and be on my way. And they're like, that's not gonna happen. So, and Kang's like, Kirk, you have no options here. Even the mighty Enterprise can't fight 3 ships on its own. And he's like, well, we didn't have a 7-foot giant of a woman with this magic sword, now did we? So, and that's when they're trying to they're fighting Kirk and the Enterprise. They all start engaging the warbirds, the birds of prey, excuse me. And as the battle's breaking out, Adora's like, I know, I need to get out there. So they give, and he's like, "You want us to shoot you into space?" And she's like, "That's exactly what I want you to do." So Adora turns into She-Ra. She puts on like a suit that will keep her alive, like astronaut suit that will keep her alive. They give her the sword. Catra's like, "I'm going with you," and they're like, "Yeah, no, that's not happening." So Adora gets shot into space with her sword, and she's just cutting through. Her sword is like cutting through birds of prey. Is it implausible? Yes. Does it sound cool? Yes. So as the battle goes on, they're like, Catra's like, "We gotta stop Horde Prime once and for all. We gotta stop him, because knowing him, he's gonna try to escape again." So they plan to board Kang's ship. A team plans to board Kang's ship as Adora and the Enterprise are keeping the 3 ships at bay. They're going to go in there and infiltrate. So the team consists of Catra, Sulu, the word, I can't believe the name got away. So Catra, Sulu, Bo, Scotty, Entrapta, and Spock, and they actually get aboard Kang's ship. They get aboard, and as the battle's breaking out, Horde Prime is like trying to use himself to like take control of the ship, like all of it. Kang is just like, you traitorous little bastard. So just as they got on board, Horde Prime is taking over the Kang ship, and Entrapta implants a virus that she's like, I was planning on using this on you before, but now you gave me a perfect chance to do it. She uploads this virus and not only knocks out the Kang ship, but also the other 2 ships as well. So Kang is left weakened and beaten, and Kirk is like, "Now then, Kang, I believe this is the part where you apologize for this act of war and we go our separate ways." And he's like, "I'll kill you next time, Kirk," and gets away. So by the end of it, Glimmer is like, my friends and I have been talking, and while this is like a monumentous occasion, I don't think Etheria is ready to join the Federation. But it's nice to know that we're not alone out in the universe. And Bo goes, "At least not with hostile, at least you guys are hostile. We're not alone in the universe with hostile beings." So there you go. They both part ways, and Kirk swears that like he will leave Etheria out of his reports, of his captain logs and whatnot. He'll even delete the captain logs he recorded, and hide any evidence of Etheria for now, until they're ready to make it out into the stars and meet with Starfleet for themselves, whenever that may be. So there you go, guys. That is my Star Trek She-Ra crossover. Just comment below. Yeah, I know this is a pretty wild one, but I was like, let's have a little fun here. I don't normally do these kind of off-the-wall ones, but this one was pretty fun to do. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of this crossover? Like it, hate it, comment below, let me know. And once again, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.